Hello, this is Angela with Progress Permaculture. I'm standing in the front yard of my Portland, Oregon permaculture garden. You can see this is one of my Italian prune plums. This is a late variety that won't be ready for a few weeks. The fruit are still very pale and very hard. However, there is a harvest here in amongst the plum branches, and that is my table grapes. These are an unknown variety, and I allow them to scramble past the grape arbor and up through the plum tree and use it as a trellis. And I'm going to be picking those today. My husband's going to be helping me with some that are out of reach. I have a couple varieties in here. There is a green variety and then a mystery red variety. The green variety is seedless. This one is not, but it is super tasty. I'm going to be picking grapes today for grape jelly, and I wanted to show you a little bit of that process. Now, if you're like me, you may be tempted to plant several varieties of grapes to get the huge array of color and flavor that table grapes can produce. I would encourage you to pick one or two varieties because grapes are very productive and you will end up with more grapes than you know what to do with. For our family, there's only so much grape jelly and grape juice we can consume in a year, and at some point in the fall, I get tired of eating grapes every single day, so make sure that you start out with one or two varieties of grape. Now, those heirloom table grapes can have incredibly diverse and complex flavor profiles, but they usually are not seedless. If you want to make raisins, I would encourage you to go for a seedless variety. We are out picking grapes today.
Hi.
Out here in the front yard, there's a number of grape varieties that are ready. I wanted to briefly talk about why you have grapes that look like this versus ones like this. Now, you may not know grapes are wind pollinated, and this is a hand of grapes that was very well pollinated. It was hanging on the outside here where it got really good wind circulation, and this grape came from under the arbor where it was not adequately pollinated. So if you want to have your grapes look like this, you want to make sure that you have good air circulation and that you prune back the runners so that your grape blossoms can get fully pollinated and you get really good fruit set. So here you can see Casey is helping me pick up high where I can't reach. This time of year, honeybees and sometimes yellow jackets are attracted to all of the sugar in the ripening grapes. So be careful when you're picking. This is what it looks like when you have a grape. See how it's really sheltered under here and there's not good adequate wind? We're way under the arbor. The ones that are out here getting full circulation, they get really well pollinated. And the ones that are hiding under here look a little bit sad, like this one and like this one. It's not a disease, it just is insufficient pollination. Oh, my camera doesn't want to focus here. There we go, insufficient pollination. Here's some more examples under here. Versus out where it gets ample opportunity to be pollinated because we're hanging right on the edge of the arbor instead of way down underneath it. Okay. Because grapes do tend to attract wasps and bees late in the season as they begin to split, and they are so absolutely attractive with all of that sweet, sweet sugar in them, I would recommend not planting them directly in front of your house. I have seen folks who put their grape arbor over their front door. We have ours farther out away from the house in the front yard, precisely because of the issue with wasps. When you're harvesting your grapes, you may want to use hand pruners, as my husband is doing behind me, but let me show you my technique here. So when you see a hand of grapes that you want, it can be hard to get it to come off. You're finagling, you're wiggling, and you don't want to knock off any grapes or damage it. Take it and snap it sideways away from you, like that, at the abscission layer, and it will come right apart. try that again on this one. I'll show you. So instead of tugging, if you tug up or down along the length of the vine, it's really hard to get the grape to come off. And just take your finger and pop up. Okay, so once again, if you yank upward, you might think that's the best way. Upward, parallel with the vine, or downward, the grape doesn't want to come off. But if you keep it perpendicular and you snap it backward like this, it just pops right off. You're yanking upward, the grape doesn't want to come off. You yank downward, it doesn't want to come off. No, take it perpendicular to the branch, snap it back and away from you. It comes right off. All right, lots left, but I think we're done for now. This is enough for a batch of jelly. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope these grape growing tips were helpful for you. I'm going to go inside and start stemming and crushing grapes to make jelly. Please be sure to click like and subscribe in order to see more about permaculture gardening and sustainable living. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.